Hi everyone, I have a huge haul for you, so I'm going to try and get through it as quick as I can. It's all budget brands, it's all kind of new. Lots of it I haven't opened to swatch because actually I've got some duplicates of them upstairs, so it's just stuff that I've got on backup. That comes from Elf, Boots, MUA, Poundland and Makeup Revolution. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So I'll go in order. I'll be as quick as possible, and then we can, get through them really quickly. So I'll start with Boots, the items that I bought from Boots. So there isn't that many. There is just a few. So firstly, I ordered on Boots online because it's a lot easier doing it that way, just to get it delivered to the store, and then also you don't have that horrible feeling that somebody else has swatched the makeup that you have wanted, because that's what I seem to be finding quite a lot. So firstly, I bought this Garnier 2-in-1 Express eye makeup remover. I've got the other one, which is the gentle eye makeup remover, but at the moment I don't feel like that works as much. It's good. It's not as good as this. I've heard really good things about this, so I bought that. That's actually the only skincare thing I've got. Then I got the Bourjois. This is the Java rice powder. I've seen some bloggers talk about this, and it is very, very good. I'm really impressed with that so far. I literally take a big brush and douse it over my face once I've actually done my blusher, because it helps to make that a little bit less dramatic. So that's what I did. I bought 2 of these telescopic full slash mascaras by L'Oreal because it was still 2 for $14. I don't know whether it's still that, but it was when I went. I bought one for me and one for my partner. And I also bought some of these velour powder puffs. I wanted to see, I watched Matt Goss do something where you make it a taco, then you turn it inside out and you press it on to help to set your makeup. So far, I've not been very good. Excuse me, by the way. I've got a little bit of a snotty nose. Then I also bought 2 more of these Maybelline Colour Drama lip pencils. I've got one, Keep It Classy, which is a dark rose colour. And I wanted to have something that's more springtime. So I got Fab Orange and I got In With Coral. I don't normally wear coral, but this has got a pinky undertone, so it's really nice. I have Fab Orange on my lips at the moment, and actually that's a good likeness. I've had it on for about 2 hours and it hasn't come off at all. Really, really like these. They feel very moisturising. So that was the Boots stuff. Next, really, oh gosh, there's so much stuff. I'll talk about Elf. So I made an order and it came today, and this is one of their custom compacts. So I bought this, and this was $2.50, and then the eyeshadows was something like, I think I got them for 50p each because they were in the sale. And I bought these for, now I can't remember the names for them. I think that's Pink Ice, Wheat, Peach Fuzz and Mocha. I think that's what they are. I might have got these 2 mixed up. But they're really neutral, and actually they're highly pigmented. I'll just show you, like that's the Pink Ice. That is Mocha. Really, really lovely. So I'm really excited about trying those. And I like that it's got a big mirror in as well in there. So that was quite a good find, actually. I then bought 2 Elf blushes. I got, what's this one called? Blushing Rose. I can't really read their writing. And this one is Sparkling Pink. You can see the Sparkling Pink is actually a bit more coral, and the Blushing Rose is a dark rose colour. Really can't wait to try these. They look quite heavily pigmented, so I won't need to use a lot, and they remind me very much of the other blushes that I bought this month. The other products that I bought from Elf were all lipsticks, so I'll go through those very quickly. Right, we have Voodoo, which is this. They're not easy to twist up, I have to say. That's one thing I've noticed. I'm going to have to do this way. So Voodoo is this really nice, God, it's so hard to twist up, like a berry red, very pretty. They come up slightly sheer, which I really like. We've got Posh, which is again a lovely berry colour, really pretty. That's very nice. They're so difficult to twist. I was quite shocked we have Flirtatious, which is this beautiful kind of baby pink colour. Really like that one, coral pink, for every day. Oh, and then this mauvey one called Classy. I like that. Really lovely, cool toned pink. Again, one for every day. That's the reason I picked these. And then finally we have Seductive, which is this great dark rose colour. I've swatched them all on my hand earlier, and they feel all right. They do need a bit of work, but I think they'll be quite nice for every day, so that's great. So that, I think, was all of the e.l.f. products I got. Next, on to MUA. So I bought 5 blushes. They are very, how can I put this? They're all very similar, but when you put them next to each other, they are very different. So this is shade 4. Shade 2, which is slightly pinkier toned. That was very much more corally toned. Shade 3, again, it's an in-between actually, shade 2 and 4, which I quite like because you can work it out. Shade 5, which is the newest colour, which is looks like slightly bronzy for light skin tone. So I'm really looking forward to using that. And shade 1, which is a beautiful pink colour. I won't be opening any of these until I finish my other MUA blushes because I really love them, which is why I bought these, because these were 50p each. So I got 5 blushes for £2.50. Next up, I'll go on to the lip products that I got from MUA. The first one I got was a new MUA Luxe. This is in Dare. I have Reckless, which is a deep red. This is very much a berry tone. This is for going out. They are so good. They do last a long time, although they do come off, so you do have to reapply. They're long lasting, but they're not hugely long lasting. They do come off with food, I have found. I then got this MUA lipstick for £1. This is shade 7, and it's a corally colour. You can see there, a lovely corally pink. Really, really nourishing. I really like their lipsticks. And of course, you've got the little indicator at the bottom, which you can unscrew and you can see the colour in the bottom. And if you wanted to use a lip pencil, you could, if you finished the product, which I think is really great. You can't do that with the Makeup Revolution ones. And finally, I have this hot fuchsia. This is called a Lip Switch Matte Shine Duo, hot fuchsia. And I can't wait for these colours for the spring. Look at the colour of that. It's really beautiful. It's a matte lipstick. They usually indicate matte by having a white lipstick. So this is what the matte lipsticks look like. And I'm just going to swatch it for you there. And it's this lovely hot fuchsia. It is very matte, and it is actually quite drying. Which I was surprised at, but it is lovely. But what you do is you put this kind of gloss on top of it to kind of bring out the shine. So if I just do that on top, it's not easy to get a lot of product out of this, but I'll just put that on top. And you can keep applying that throughout the day, and I really like that colour. It's so nice. I love bright pink. I hadn't realised how much I loved it until recently. I then got some eye products from MUA. In fact, this is the rest of it. So I got this matte single eyeshadow in Fudge. It's just a very basic matte eyeshadow for bases. I got this pigment, and it's in shade 5. It doesn't really have a shade. I don't know whether you can see. It's like, it's quite a dark colour. I'll see if I can get any on my hand, actually. It's like a brown pigment. I wonder if I can get any out. I'm just going to, yeah, you can just barely see it there. It's brown pigment, but it would be quite nice for the corners. Excuse me. And finally, I got some palettes because they were £2 each. And these palettes are actually really lovely. I'm giving 2 away, so I'll show you those first. The first palette is it's called Ever After, and it's a matte palette. And I love matte colours at the moment, and you'll see why. But I'm giving this one away at the moment on my Instagram at LeahLou81 this week, alongside one of these mega volume mascaras that came with every single palette. So I have 4 of them. So I'm giving away this one and the mascara to the winner, and then I'm giving away another mascara to the runner-up. That's this week. And from next Wednesday, I'm giving away this Glamour Days palette, which I think is beautiful. But because I've got very similar colours anyway, I thought I'd give this one away. Again, it comes with a Mega Volume mascara, and then the runner-up will get that. So I decided to keep these ones. The MUA, the Artist Collection. I don't know whether you can see that, but they're kind of quite odd. At the bottom 4 are actually blushes, a bronzer and a highlighter, and the top 6 are shimmery, really peculiar eye colours, but I really like that. I'm definitely going to have a play with that. And then I decided to keep the Glamour Nights because I don't have any of these kind of colours. This one looks so lovely at this top. Well, it would be right to you, left for me. And and this one as well, this gold. So I'm going to keep hold of this one and do some looks with this because I'm trying to experiment with colours rather than just neutrals. So that is my MUA. Whew. And then penultimate kind of collection is the Makeup Revolution order that I made. I've just seen they've brought out 2 palettes that dupe the Lorac Pro and the Lorac Pro 2, and I'm gutted. That's what I asked for when they said, what do you want to see? And I've just done an order, so I'm just going to have to wait. I can't order anymore. I literally can't order anymore. I just can't use it quick enough. And this palette is the Flawless Mattes, and this was one I really couldn't wait to get my hands on. So if I bring that up there, you can see beautiful colours, all different to any that I've got, and I'm using that on my eyes at the moment. I don't know whether you can see. It's probably not even very good because I've been wearing it and rubbing my eyes. I'm really impressed with this little palette. What I love about it is that the colours are not huge, and I might be able to actually get through some and hit pan. I always think that's an odd saying. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to use this, and definitely for work as well. Then I got the Radiant Light in Exhale. I decided to just get one because I've seen some reviews on the others and they're maybe a little bit too highlighty for me. This is in a gorgeous sort of pink champagne-y colour, and I use it all over my face as well as kind of condensing it into the corners. You can kind of see the highlight there. That's where I've used it. It's not too much. Highlights normally give me a bruised look, but this gives me a glow, which I really love. If this is anything like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, I would be really happy. I've never used it. I would never buy it. I just can't afford that sort of thing, especially with a wedding coming up. But this, I think, is just wonderful, and the packaging is so nice. It is quite fat, but that does mean that there's quite a lot of product in there. So really liked that. And one thing that obviously I didn't need, but I did buy, is this glorious Vivid Baked Blusher. And this is in All I Think About Is You. And it's just such a lovely deep pink blusher. I'll just do you a swatch there. That didn't work, did it? Yeah, there's the swatch. It's like a lovely purpley pink. Definitely something that I would use on an evening out or on a date night or something. I mean, you really can build these colours up, but I really like this. I haven't used one before. And then my favourite ever, I can't believe how amazing these are. I got all 5 of the lip lavas. Now they're doing a deal where you buy 4 of them, you get the 5th one free, and actually it's like a special price that you just click on to get all 5 of them, and I'm so glad I did that. One of the bugbears, and everybody talks about this, is that they don't put the, excuse the sniffing, they don't put the name on the actual product. So I decided to, in my wisdom, put the name on the product with a biro. So this one is a nudie colour. So they're quite special. If you put lots of product on your lip using this, you'll have quite a satin finish. If you just put a thin layer though and let it dry, it goes matte, completely matte. So Forgiven is the nude colour. Now this does not suit me whatsoever. It's just completely wrong. I never suit this sort of colours. However, I do want to use it, so I'm mixing it up with a pink lip liner, a very pale pink lip liner, so that I suppose it blue tones it up a little bit. I will continue to use it. I don't know how often, but I will continue to use it. I do really like it. The problem with these is because of that sponge applicator, I doubt I'd be able to send it to anybody. So it either will go in the bin or it's going to be mixed with a different colour, and I think that's what I'm going to do. The second one, if we go from nude to kind of dark, is this beautiful one called Tremor. Now, I think this has got to be my favourite. This would be an everyday lip lacquer. It's such a beautiful rosy toned nude. And for somebody like me who I really like to wear something on my lips, with this having vitamin E in it, it's just perfect for me. They are so soft, they are so nourishing. You may have seen other reviews, but I really do agree with what people are saying. The next colour is this really lovely coral colour, and it's called Unleash. And Unleash is, I've put a picture up, it's nearing on the orange. Not as orange as what's on my lips, but it is lovely, and I can just get away with it without my teeth looking completely yellow. The next colour is definitely out there, and I put a picture on my Instagram, and I had some really mixed reviews. Some people saying they didn't like it at all, including my partner, but I really liked it. I mean, for me, it actually made my teeth look really white, different colour altogether. Now, it doesn't look exactly like this, but it is definitely like an ultraviolet colour. That's the only way I can describe it. It's not, it's not lilac or it's just a really nice purple. It's got a pink tinge to it. That's why I think I like it. My bottle, for some reason, it's like kind of weird. I think there's a hole somewhere, so it's like it's been used already, but it hasn't. But it is a little bit weird, but never mind. And then my all-time favourite, I think, is this one. Oh, sorry, that one was called Shockwave. Just so you know. Let's have a look. Yeah, Shockwave. I have written it on there. And then finally, it is Firestorm, and this is your perfect red. It is beautiful. I don't think the tube does the colour justice. I'm just going to swatch this one for you so you can see. It is the coolest toned red lip. Oh, well, it's very close to that. It's got a pinky undertone, hasn't it? It would suit anyone, I think, and I love it. It's so beautiful on the lip. I mean, that was one swipe. You can see the pigmentation there. It is gorgeous. Really, really chuffed with that. So that was Makeup Revolution. And finally, we are getting there. It is taking a little while. I'm just going to reach over and grab these last bits. I went into Poundworld and picked up, I don't think it was even that, it was UK discount, but they were only £1, everything was £1. I picked up this NYC. Now this is actually a Sweet Splash gloss stick, and it is glossy. It'd be great to go over some of my lip pencils that are very matte. I really like this. It was £1, so couldn't go wrong. And as you know, it's my favourite thing to spend £1. I also picked up this NYC palette for it's quite a different look. HD Colour Trio Eye Colour in 790 Concrete Jungle, and this was £1 as well, and actually it seems to be very nice. I'm not going to use it until obviously I've used some of my others. I also picked up a macadamia oil extract foot pack. My feet have been quite rubbish lately, so there's one treatment in there, and it's just these socks with something in, and I do want to give that a go. It's a deep moisturising treatment, so I'm going to give that for my feet. And finally, which is a bit out there actually, I've picked up these, I've seen them everywhere, and they're basically metallic tattoos. And these are those ones you kind of wet them, like, do you remember old school tattoos when you got them in bubble gum? And you used to wet them, dampen them, and then you used to kind of just peel the paper off. Well, these are ones that can look like jewellery, and it's a shame you can't really see the pictures. I'll see if I can get them up close. There you go, there's some of those are jewellery, but some of them are actually the tattoos. And I think that's just a lovely idea to have these instead of wearing jewellery. Now, I bought 3 packs. I bought these ones with the stars here, which I thought would be quite cute. I don't know where I'm going to put them at the moment, but I'll work it out. And then I bought 2 that are very linear, so they would go around the wrist or around the finger. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet, but I thought I'd give them a bash. And I will let you know how they are. I've seen them on some like other channels actually, and I'm really looking forward to it. They look very different. So yeah, I'm going to give those a bash. So before this gets like the longest video ever, I just want to say thank you very much for watching it. And if you've liked this haul, and if you like seeing budget hauls, please do leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. I think I'm hitting the 200 mark now, which is incredible. I don't think I would ever get there, but 200 people are watching my video, and thank you so much. That is just wonderful. There are some giveaways happening on different kind of channels. I've got one on my blog for a naked palette of your choice, which is leahxl.com. I've started a new blog called twofatbrides.co.uk about my kind of babbling about what we're going to do for our wedding next year. And I've also got Instagram at leahlou81, where I've got some giveaways happening, as you've seen, and my Twitter, which is at Leah Shafiq. There is so much there, and go and have a look if you'd like to. I will link everything below. It's all in my About Me as well. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video.